Welcome to NTN Nightly. I am Janelle Norville. This edition's top stories. The Government of Saint Lucia continues to secure development avenues for the Royal Saint Lucia Police Force despite the U.S.-imposed Leahy Law. The first phase of the Castries Market Redevelopment Project is progressing. The Saint Lucia Blind Welfare Association provides education assistance to its clients. All that plus the latest in youth development and sports and the NTN novel, A Creole. Prime Minister the Honorable Alan Chasney, along with Minister of Responsibility for External Affairs Honorable Sarah Flood-Bobre, on Tuesday 13th August met with representatives of United States Congressman Eliot Engel. The staffers are on a fact-finding mission in the Caribbean following the election of Congressman Engel as chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Honorable Chasney says the meeting allowed for frank dialogue on a number of issues, including the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative.
Certainly, there are a lot of issues that are on the table that are taking place globally. In our region, we have the situation with Venezuela, we have Haiti, and we have certainly economic linkages back to the United States of America. And clearly with what is taking place economically in this region in terms of opening up new markets, that these conversations are very, very important in that context. So I just want to thank both of them very, very much for being here today and to listening to where we are and some of the solutions and some of the problems we continue to have and a way forward.
Meantime, the imposition of the Leahy Law in St. Lucia by the United States in relation to the Royal St. Lucia Police Force remains a source of concern. Prime Minister the Honorable Alan Chasney says while the Royal St. Lucia Police Force has been unable to benefit from U.S. assistance and training, the Government of St. Lucia has not been idle in meeting the needs of the police force. The Prime Minister says government has been taking the necessary steps to ensure that national security and justice in St. Lucia stay on course.
Other than the fact that we don't, as a country, have access to financial resources from the U.S., we have found other ways to do it. So, we're in the process of bringing in 2 new judges to help with the backlog of our, we have over 1,000 cases pending in the criminal matters. We have proceeded to get the forensic lab open. We have gotten our maritime boats back up and running. We have gotten the radar system back up in operations. We have purchased for ourselves a new communication system for our police. We have purchased for ourselves CCTV cameras, and we are investing heavily in sports to be able to deal with what we think are some of the problems, social problems in our country, to address crime. We have added more social workers. We had a great meeting yesterday in terms of our new social system of distributing benefits to the more vulnerable people in our society.
The Prime Minister went on to explain that an even bigger issue at play is the effect the investigations report on 2010-2011 Operation Restore Confidence, commonly referred to as the Impacts Report, is having on the morale of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. He explained that it is unfair that members of the RSLPF are being negatively labeled and have not had their day in court. Honorable Chasney explained that the government has been focused on executing the recommendations made in the Impacts Report with the aim of ensuring that there is no repeat of the predicament.
The DPP is exclusively responsible for proceeding with what we know as the impacts case. The role of my administration is to make sure that he has the human resources and the financial resources to undertake the level of investigation that he requires. So I just want to reiterate to you, at no point has my government publicly or otherwise indicated that we're having a difficulty in moving on from impacts. The Leahy Law only applies to the U.S. government, of which there is a criteria that they have established that things must be done to a certain level before they would take us off being Leahy.
The Prime Minister revealed that regular discussions are being held with U.S., Canadian and EU officials on the matter. Honorable Shasna indicated that these officials have expressed confidence that the government of Saint Lucia is headed in the right direction in resolving the matter and are in full support. The first phase of the Castries Market Redevelopment Project is progressing as envisioned. The mayor of Castries on Wednesday, 14th August, gave an update at a press conference. Anicia Antoine reports.
Construction work on the first phase of the Castries Market Redevelopment Project is progressing as scheduled. His Worship Peterson D. Francis, Mayor of Castries, informed that upon completion of the project, vendors will no longer require umbrellas or tents, as the entire Provisions Market facility will be covered. Speaking to the progress, Francis stated that the Castries Market Redevelopment Project is part of the Castries Vision for 2030, which aims to positively transform the image and business of vending in the city.
The first phase is going very well. If you see, the structure is already coming up. We have also that it has been, we're looking at a 5-category hurricane is being built for. We only have a legal setback because, as you know, we want to make sure that these things run properly with the right materials. So there is a shortage, and we are now expecting some materials, hopefully this weekend or early next week. But right now, as we talk, we are looking within one month, if everything, because the project is ahead of schedule.
The other aspects of the Castries Market Redevelopment Project will include a state-of-the-art food court, high-end air-conditioned restaurants, a craft market, a box park, a viewing tower, an entertainment area, meat and fish depots, and duty-free shopping boutiques, among other amenities. From the Government Information Service, I am Anicia Antoine reporting.
The OECS Commission and the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility are continuing efforts to reduce flooding and strengthen resilience in the community of Magritude, Miku. This latest effort facilitated the planting of trees along the 4 Magritude River by student volunteers from the Vidbutai Primary School Scouts and the Duke of Edinburgh Caribbean Awards Sub-Regional Council. Teacher at the Vidbutai Primary School, Eva Williams, played a key role in organizing students to participate in the river stabilization project and was pleased the initiative was a success.
I'm here with Duke of Edinburgh International Award with gold and silver participants. We're taking part in the river stabilization project under OECS and RIF. We started this project in July with a group of students from Vidbutai Primary School, the Scouts, and we did a river stabilization in Magritude. It was not complete, so we decided when we had our original camp to bring the campus to complete the project here. And we're very happy that OECS was able to bring us on board.
Participants of the Duke of Edinburgh program noted the importance of extracurricular groups such as the Duke of Edinburgh program in fostering leadership skills and helping young people give back to their communities.
Today I'm very excited to be working with the rest of my teammates on a project for riverbank stabilization. Today we'll be working on planting trees to ensure that the silt doesn't continue to block the river. I think the Duke of Edinburgh program is an excellent experience that I would certainly recommend to anyone who is interested in furthering their people skills, their leadership skills, and just having the opportunity to experience another beautiful country in the Caribbean, learn more about the culture, and work on a project that can help the local community.
The main goal of the Magritude Riverbank Stabilization and Reforestation Initiative is to replant at least half of the deforested areas along the Magritude Ford watershed and implement measures to stabilize the riverbanks. The project is estimated at $34,100. For the Government Information Service, I am Janelle Norville. This is NTN Nightly. Ryan O'Brien is up next.
I am a child. I am HIV positive. I am a Muslim. I'm a journalist. I am gay. I am a political activist. I am differently able. I am Chinese. And me, I'm a little plus size. The first step toward change is awareness. The second step is acceptance of individuality and differences within all of us. A message brought to you by the Department of Health and Wellness.
Welcome back. We join Ryan O'Brien for the latest happenings in youth development and sport.
Thanks, Janelle. Welcome everyone to your update from Youth Development and Sports on the NTN Nightly News. I'm Ryan O'Brien. Prime Minister the Honorable Alan Chastanet says major legislative changes will be implemented to enable sports to be developed in a much more structured way in St. Lucia. The St. Lucian leader told NTN Nightly this will be done very shortly to tie in with government's plans to boost sports on island.
We're going to be coming with some major legislative changes with the lottery, where the regulatory part of the lottery will become part of gaming, and we're going to be creating a new youth and sports authority where the monies will be going into, only to be used for programming, and then we're looking to meet with the private sector to get them to help marry that money. So we have now proper leagues on a seasonal basis, using our club system to be able to. And so you have primary school, secondary school, and then you have senior leagues. Clearly football is the one that has the greatest amount of opportunity. It's gender neutral, meaning that both boys and girls play it. Two, that the growth of football in the United States of America means that the opportunities for scholarships is growing tremendously. And then thirdly, the most amount of professional leagues in the world happens to be in football. So to be able to have the people who are globally responsible for the development of football here to see what St. Lucia is doing at this point, and that these are not plans on paper, but are physically being executed, is just a tremendous opportunity.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports, Benson Emile, has thanked student athletes for their efforts during the recently concluded Winter Island Schools Games. Speaking during a recognition ceremony for the team following their championship victory at the Games, Permanent Secretary Emile noted that it took a high degree of sacrifice and effort to have achieved what they did.
Congratulations and thanks to all the athletes for their sacrifice. And that is well documented in terms of the sacrifice that you had to make, for the extraordinary efforts, the perseverance through these difficult and challenging times and conditions, for bringing the championship home. Congratulations to all athletes, and let us all give them a resounding round of applause.
Mr. Emile urged the athletes to use their success at the Games in Dominica as a milestone to achieve their absolute true potential in their chosen discipline.
And who knows, a Caristo medal perhaps, a Commonwealth podium finish, or the pinnacle, an Olympic gold. I can speak on behalf of the Ministry of Youth Development and Sports and the Deputy Permanent Secretary, alluded to it earlier, that at the ministry, we're busy planning for you. Planning to ensure that the enabling environment exists.
The Permanent Secretary further advised the student athletes that the lessons that sports teaches will carry them throughout life. And that's your update from Youth Development and Sports for today. I'm Ryan O'Brien.
The St. Lucia Blind Welfare Association has provided education assistance to some of its clients in the form of a check presentation just in time for the new academic year. The presentation was made possible through the many donors that have come to the aid of the association over the past year. The blind and visually impaired students are fully integrated within the regular school system. During a check presentation ceremony in support of clients of the Saint Lucia Blind Welfare Association, SLBWA, President of the association Glenn Simon reminded parents and students of the importance of a good education in transforming lives for the better. The president acknowledged that this was the first time the association held such a large check presentation for its members in support of their education needs. 11 parents of students attending both primary and secondary schools around the island were presented with checks as part of the education assistance from the SLBWA.
Part of the blind welfare's role and mandate is to ensure that all blind and visually impaired persons in St. Lucia are provided education opportunities, are provided job opportunities, create social activities for blind and visually impaired persons, as well as advocate on your behalf. Advocate for equality, advocate for empowerment, advocate for social services and the like.
Blind and visually impaired students are fully integrated within the regular school system and are being supported by Vision and Education Support Teachers First. During the ceremony, the president heaped praise on the teachers for their tremendous work. Only 10 teachers work with over 50 students distributed among 30 schools on the island, plus another 24 students at the Denry Child Development Center. Despite the limited resources, the students continue to hold their own when compared to their sighted colleagues.
They do such a good job that one of our students who wrote this year got to the school of their choice, the Castries Comprehensive Secondary School. And it means that the integration program is working. The teachers are working. They need more assistance, and this year we're happy to say that this academic year will be supported even further by the Ministry of Education, who has recognized the hard work of SLBWA and moved the support for the education program, the national education program, from $20,000 to $100,000.
Coordinator for the Vision and Education Support Program, Raymond Thompson, said parental support is integral to the success of the education program.
It's not just about the teachers. It's about you parents, how you motivate your children, how you love your children, what you do with your children. Take the time. Spend time with your children. Find out what is going on with them. Help them with their homework.
Speaking on behalf of parents was Antonius Tixie. Antonius is currently the sole breadwinner for his family, and he is a farmer who is himself totally blind. His daughter topped the common entrance exam at her school, Blusher Combined in Miku, with a score of 91. She will be attending the St. Joseph's Convent in September.
So the children will use it, they'll use it wisely. So, well, some of them just starting from one, so we make sure we continue our hard work succeed. So we mustn't give up because it's another stage in life for them.
The check presentation took place at the Lion's Den in Saint Lucia Castries. For the Government Information Service, I am Janelle Norville. Stay with NTN Nightly. Up next, Primus Hutchinson is here with the NTN Nouvelle Creole.
Do you know me? I've been forced to do this by my trafficker. I was promised a better life, but got forced into domestic servitude. I can be any age. I can be any gender, any ethnicity. I am a victim of trafficking in persons. Know the signs, see it, report it. If you see me, please help me. Call the TIP hotline at 847.
Welcome back. We join Primus Hutchinson for the NTN Nouvelle Creole.
Merci Chanel. Monsieur, Madame, département qui responsabilité pour information au gouvernement Saint Lucia, la CGIS, et puis télévision nationale pays NTN, qui a nouvelle Creole. Président Primus Hutchinson. Les maires pour Ville Castries tiennent un rendez-vous et puis les journalistes, mercredi, pour te présenter un rapport à ce plusieurs développements concernant Ville Castries. Il y a ces développements qui adressent le travail à ce réhabilitation dans la place Castries et comme on savent, à présent, les revendeurs, j'ai trouvé une place pour opérer toujours, qu'a fait l'air pour le développement neuf là, dans la place là. Michel le maire, ça c'est Peterson Francis, déclare que le travail a marché très bien, malgré la tenue à faire qui était tenu derrière, mais ça a trouvé adressé tout de suite.
So passer là quoi nous avons mis tout ces steel frame là mais comment dire nous you can rester yon de matériaux c'est pas ça by du bout by fait c'est juste yon de by nous y a order so nous avons ça ciment ça l'autre ciment you can joindre so by ça so ça qui fini tout de suite.
So développement sur la place de là qui au ça de nous qui l'année qui tout bagaille qui est venu en propre et nous ça go la place qui plus meilleur pays c'est aussi.
Well moi nous regarder quand nous premier phase là nous voulons commencer deuxième là tout de suite but si franchement nous regarder about 2 années.
À cette situation aujourd'hui qui mon ka jeté vaille à Castries avec malpropreté même public monsieur Francis dit qui là c'est pour tout le monde et nous tous nous avons responsabilité pour tenir les net et dit qui j'ai pris des marches qui très sérieux pour adresser situation ça là.
Quand on a parlé éventuellement nous avons 11 monde devant mardi soir pour KGT aujourd'hui côté ouvrier. So nous city police là actuellement nous regarder ça nous gagner un campagne pour tout des monde manière ça il pas bon et puis nous pas regarder même sur petit même sur gros même sur large tout le monde mais nous avons fait campagne spécial c'est young là comment dire avant comment commencer comme meilleur cette ici Castries moi dans toute l'école m'a parlé by cette maman là et puis rapport à une vie comment dire monsieur Dimon qui a marché des from in RC ils ont tenu un suivi ouvert l'autre là dit non mais il y a pas content ça aller un peu so you know c'est by ça at least nous ca garder nous ca joindre nous ca aller so nous pour commencer et puis ça m'a cette liste là c'est juste parler moi c'est pas mon que moi oui let's parler dis mon about it but point action.
Durant adresse pour budget l'année ici et l'année prochaine Premier ministre honorable Alain Chasney a annoncé décision au gouvernement pour établir une révolution en développement éducation PIA. Pour ce ça, le ministère de l'Éducation a commencé point démarche en direction ça là et j'ai fait available pour les instituteurs PIA trouver étonnement en baillant spécial projet 18 instituteurs qui ont commencé études pour premier degré et aussi degré de masters en plusieurs sujets à l'université. Le programme est supposé placer ces instituteurs ça là dans une meilleure position pour une degré éducation et capacité pour sa instruire trop primaire. Ces instituteurs ça là qui recevront études à divers sujets d'éducation, par exemple, manière pour instruire les étudiants qui ont bien avancé, travail social, éducation sociale, musique, parmi plusieurs autres. Le ministre des Affaires éducation, c'est ici honorable Dr. Gil Rigobert, déclare que le plan gouvernement est pour sortir, plan gouvernement c'est pour sortir en culture éducation qui était existé avant et pour présenter un nouveau programme qui est bien taillé pour ces différents degrés étudiants qui à l'école. Selon Dr. Rigobert, à l'école, ni étudiants, l'année étudiant tous différents degrés. Ça qui est très avancé, ça qui est talent spécial, et l'autre qui est timide plus faiblesse. Le ministre de l'Éducation a assurance là qui système éducation nouveau qui a adossé tout ça. Et pas qui était pièce étudiante comme qui était fait avant. Petra Jason, c'est un ancien instituteur qui trouvait scholarship pour faire études en Jamaïque dans le collège pour apprendre l'éducation sociale et pour une capacité pour conseiller les étudiants. Jason nous remarque qu'il y a quoi qui sujet ça là très important pour la situation d'éducation en pays. Il va mettre pour travail en collaboration et puis ministère de l'éducation pour implémenter knowledge là qui a accompli dans études ça là. C'est-à-dire qui quitté pays les 22 août pour commencer programme éducation ça là. Autorité qui a responsabilité pour ménagement zordi, Jacques a gardé pour un placement neuf pour déposer zordi qui a sorti en façade sud pays. Facilité pour déposer zordi en vieux fort est établi en 2003. Ça veut dire tant qu'il était pour rester en opération, ça c'est pour 20 années, ça a passé déjà. Facilité ça ni responsabilité pour zordi sorti depuis mi-coup pour s'offrir pour jeter à place là. Gérant général pour l'autorité c'est Justin Silly déclaré que les gens gardé côté zordi hier en facilité ça là. Ça a montré quantité zordi qui j'ai déposé en place là et qualité divers tracassements à l'environnement qui facilite ça là qu'a espéré pour l'année qui j'ai passé. Selon Silly, il y a quoi l'année la partie personne qui était voulu ni en facilité zordi bokayo. Le gouvernement a pris en considération des développement qu'a fait à l'environnement ça là et dit que le gouvernement à présent a considéré un autre placement mais en même temps tout zordi hot sous pays a pour trouver en facilité des globes pour le moment. Monsieur Sely remarque aussi décision pour fermer facilité zordi en vieux fort qu'à suivre plan gouvernement pour ménager affaires l'environnement primaire. Pour ça, nous avons un pays qui s'en est sauvé les venir pour ménagement l'environnement généralement. Je général pour faciliter c'est faciliter zordi dit que le gouvernement a commencé à prendre ces initiatives là pour mettre en bout de service articles de plastique. M. Sely a annoncé que plus de 60 lotos qui entrent en facilité ça là tous les jours et que ça a coûté presque $1 million tous les années. C'est comme ça nous avons une nouvelle là, messieurs et mesdames. Je vous remercie autant pour regarder. Je vous remercie une invitation pour je ne considérer que ça fait la vie. Je vais vous présenter l'autre nouvelle à Creole. À présent, je vais vous présenter au général.
Mercy Appeal Primus. Here's a look at what's happening to us weather-wise.
Partly cloudy skies becoming cloudy at times with a few scattered showers. A tropical wave will continue to produce some showers and possibly thunderstorms, mainly over the southern portion of the region during the forecast period. Another tropical wave located over the central tropical Atlantic is also moving westward at 15 miles per hour or 24 kilometers per hour. Tropical cyclone formation is not expected over the tropical Atlantic during the next 5 days. The tide for Castries Harbour was high at 3:51 p.m. and will be low again at 8:39 p.m. The tide for Vieux Bay was high at 4:58 p.m. and will be low again at 10:06 p.m. The sea is moderate to locally rough with waves 4 to 7 feet or 1.2 to 2.1 meters. Small craft operators and sea bathers are advised to exercise caution due to brisk winds and above normal seas. The sun will rise Thursday at 5:50 a.m.
That brings us to the end of NTN Nightly. Join us next time at 7 p.m. with a repeat at 7 a.m. You can also catch up with us anytime on the Saint Lucia Government Facebook page or YouTube channel. I am Janelle Norville.